Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this week's question and answer video. My name's David. I'm a life coach. I'm here to hopefully help you guys heal from your trauma. Best way to heal, number one, is start learning what happened to you. Start understanding it. And I'm here to hopefully answer your questions. So please ask, okay? Welcome new subscribers. Welcome new viewers. You could really help me with what I'm doing and support me by pushing a couple buttons. Subscribe to the channel is the best way. Vote up and down on the video. Go down there and comment. Ask a question, tell us where you're from. You can share this video with somebody else if you think that I'm benefiting you and could benefit somebody else, okay? Thank you for all your support, all of you. Let's get started. I like to recommend something every week. This week, I want to shine some awareness on your guys' problems with anxiety. I think everybody watching this video has some degree of anxiety, okay? And it doesn't serve us. It's an emotion that really, really doesn't help us. And it can, once we're healthy and we get a little anxiety, you know, they say, listen to your gut. And that's what we're supposed to do, is listen to that anxiety. But if you guys have had anxiety for so long or so bad and have anxiety disorders, we try to ignore it and it's not helping us at all. And these things will get worse in time. They really, really will if we don't get help and do what we need to do. I just want to talk about it for a minute. Common anxiety signs and symptoms include feeling nervous, restless, or tense, having a sense of impending danger, panic, or doom, having an increased heart rate, breathing rapidly, hyperventilating, sweating, trembling, feeling weak or tired, trouble concentrating or thinking about anything other than the present worry, having trouble sleeping, experiencing gastro problems, having difficulty controlling worry, having the urge to avoid things that trigger anxiety. This will make your life miserable, and it will make it worse as time goes on if we don't fix this, okay? Here's some common anxiety disorders. Agoraphobia, anxiety disorder due to a medical condition, generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, selective mutism, separation anxiety disorder, social anxiety, specific phobias, substance-induced anxiety, often specified anxiety disorder, and unspecified anxiety disorder. When to see a doctor. See your doctor if you feel like you're worrying too much and it's interfering with your work, relationships, or other parts of your life. All of you. Your fear, your worry, anxiety is upsetting you to you and difficult to control. You feel depressed, having trouble with alcohol or drug use, or have other mental health concerns along with anxiety. You think your anxiety could be linked to a physical health problem. You have suicidal thoughts or behaviors. If this is the case, seek emergency treatment immediately, please. Risk factors include trauma, stress due to an illness, stress buildup, personality, other mental health disorders, having blood relatives with an anxiety disorder, drugs or alcohol. Prevention. Get help early. The longer you wait, the more damage this causes to your body, to your entire digestive system, to your nervous system, meaning your brain. Stay active, not too active. Avoid alcohol or drug use. Major, major, major. And let's start exercising every day. Let's start being positive. Daily affirmations. You're beautiful. You're great. Even if you don't believe it. Get toxic people out of your life. Start learning how to manage and maintain your relationships. That's the biggest cause of stress. Okay? All of you guys have been dating narcissists or had narcissists in your family or friends or all of it. And you have anxiety from this, and it needs to be fixed. It needs to be stopped. And a real common problem is that people keep the source of this stress in their life that caused it in the first place. Enough of that. I give all kinds of suggestions and recommendations on what to do with anxiety, and I give a recommendation every week in every Q&A video. You're more than welcome to go back and look, okay? Thank you, guys. Okay, let's get into the questions. First one's from Heather Andrews. I can't remember where you're from. Please, everyone, tell us your locations. Thank you. And Heather asks, I love your passion for us healing and learning to love ourselves. Thank you, David. Thank you, Heather. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all you guys' nice words like that. Okay, Lisa from Ireland. Hi, Lisa. Makes me laugh in a good way. Could I ask a question for next Monday, please? I am 8 months no contact after over more than 6 years in a toxic relationship. I have never heard of narcissistic abuse until early last year when I was being devalued and also discovered he was cheating and also dating sex sites. I'm sorry. My life has become so much better over the last few months, but I will never forget about these dark months. They're unbearable. My question is, what are the telltale signs in the beginning of a narcissist who is showing you attention? I know about the love bombing and red flags, but I would love to hear your answer. It's not that I'm ready to date or anything, but I just love to know the obvious signs. And thank you, Lisa. And, go look, keep watching my videos. I have about almost 900. And big percentage of my videos are about things like this. It really comes down to how it makes you feel. That's all that really matters. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter what you do, Lisa. It matters how you feel about what they do. And we're all different. The problem is, Lisa, is that if we grow up with toxic people, it's normal to us. And we ignore the signs. We ignore the anxiety that people cause us. So, for one, we have to get healthy ourselves. We need to raise our self-worth, because just seeing that someone's toxic or making us feel uncomfortable or stressful, things like this, it won't matter if we don't feel we're worthy enough to say no, to say stop, to get them out of our life, that we're worthy of something better. So there's a lot of work we need to do, Lisa. So much work we need to do. And this is a process. It takes time. But some of the early signs of narcissism, some of the things, and who cares about narcissism? These are some of the signs everyone wants to watch out for when they're dating somebody in the beginning, okay? And one of the biggest ones is, this person hurt me, that person hurt me, I was abused, my boss did this to me, my friends did this to me, blah, 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 blah. So we all have problems in relationships, and we have ups and downs in our life, but what they're bringing this right into and saying this right away, they're telling you they have this history of these kind of bad relationships. That means they have problems with bad relationships. They can blame every other person they've ever had a relationship with, but they're doing it together and they're having a problem too. So all of us have had problems with relationships. Doesn't matter if we happen to be the victim. Doesn't matter if we just get hit and get cheated on and get lied to and get neglected and all this stuff. We have problems with relationships too. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean just the abuser is the unhealthy one. So is the victim. We're all both unhealthy, okay? So we need to get healthy, Lisa. I would advise you to start learning what a healthy, functional, loving, growing relationship is, what it requires, what it looks like, and you can go by those guidelines, okay? But what's really important is how you feel, Lisa. We need to be in tune with this. And when people make us feel uncomfortable, stop excusing it. Stop talking ourselves out of it. And this isn't easy. It's taken me years to get better at. Not even perfected, just better at. It's taken me years, and I'm still getting better, and next year I'll be better than I am this year. And it's trusting your gut. But, if somebody makes me feel uncomfortable, I don't have to sit there and look at what they did and go, hey, would this make you feel uncomfortable? You felt uncomfortable. That's all that matters. Okay? And we can try to fix it with somebody we just met, or we can move on to the next person. Okay? That's the most obvious. I come from bad relationships, and it's not my fault either. There's another good one, right? Because if we come from bad relationships, and everybody has some problems, and everybody has some bad relationships in their life, maybe different than ours, but I don't bring it up to people I just meet and just date because I'm healed. 20 years ago, 10 years ago, I would. Oh, my ex, I just got to tell you, I got to warn you, I had problems with my ex, and my ex did all these things to me, and I'm really hypersensitive, and I just, don't know if I can trust you. Why the fuck would you date me? What? Let me go get my help I need and come back in a couple of years, and maybe I'm better. Okay. When I help my clients, I go through a big time process. All right, they said it's not something I'm going to do here on videos. I'm not going to give my secrets away, and I'm not going to convince people they don't need therapy. They can just do what I tell them to do. Things like this. It's not enough. You need to find out who you are, Lisa. It's really important for you to be very aware and conscious of what you need, what you want, how you feel, what you value, and your opinion. And when we know these things really, really well, meaning we're very aware, very conscious of how I feel, someone makes me feel uncomfortable, I can't deny it. I can't lie about it. I can't ignore it and excuse it and all this stuff. Do you see that? Because it's me, and I really know me. But when I don't know me very well, and I ignore how I feel and all the bad feelings, and someone makes me feel uncomfortable, I just shove it right down there with everything else. and keep them in my life. Yeah. It takes a long time, Lisa. They must value the same things you value. And that takes an awful long time to know. Because I can tell you I value everything you value, Lisa. I can find out what you like and what you value, and I can say, me too, me too, me too, me too, me too. And does that mean I do know? So it's going to take a long time, okay? And that's the beauty of relationships, is taking that time to get to know somebody, not the goal line, not the finish line, okay? There's a lot to learn, Lisa. I hope I gave you a couple little pointers. Thanks. And whoopee. Hello, David. How to tell between a person with a victim mentality and a person who is vulnerable? I want to avoid people who see themselves as a victim. Good, good. So understand what the victim mentality is and understand what being vulnerable is. So I guess all I could do is give you some examples, couldn't I? So I'll say, Whoopi, I haven't felt good about us in the last week because, as you know, we've seen each other a little less and we haven't been talking as much. I need more of you. I want more of you, more of your time. You able to do that? Can you do that next week with me? You know, maybe we can, we used to go out on Friday nights. We haven't in the last month. Let's go out this Friday night, please. Do you see that? I tell you how I feel. I tell you what you want. I ask, okay? And you can hurt me. I give you the opportunity to hurt me because without being vulnerable, without taking a chance, you won't grow. Nothing will. The relationship won't either. But say I'm just a victim mentality and I say, God, you haven't even called me forever. And it seems like you don't like me and you're just going to leave me. You with somebody else? And you say, no, I've just been busy. I told you I've had to work more this week and overtime. Yeah, but still, how do you think I feel? You know, the other day I had plans for us to go out and I cooked a big dinner and then you called me and said, I asked you if you want to go out and you said no. And it's just, well, yeah, but I know that you're busy and who cares if I made plans? I didn't ask you or talk to you about it, right? And so I'm sitting here trying to manipulate you by saying, poor me, poor me, poor me, poor me, and just letting you figure out what you need to do, right? Jump this high and do this and try this and like I'm a little damn baby. And my boss fired me for something, you know, I didn't even really do. It wasn't even my fault. And my friend totally screwed me over and talked crap about me and says that I lied to him a bunch of times. I only lied to him one time. And then my dad and my mom both abused me my whole life. God, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, so I've been abused by my mom and dad. I've had horrible girlfriends abuse me. I've had friends, but this isn't the things I talk about. I don't need to. I don't bring it up with people anymore. I've had people that know me for years and they will ask me questions and I'll answer them about stuff like that, but I don't really care to talk about it. And when I talk about it, I don't get emotional. Back to the last question, right? People talk about their past, they get emotional. It's still present in their life. Hope that makes sense. You know, a victim will tell you something happened to them and somebody who's not a victim anymore will tell you what they did about it. How about that? Lori. Don't know where you're from, Lori. I subscribed some time ago. Love your work, David. Keep up the good fight. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate you very much. I love your guys' nice comments like that. I wish I could read them all to you guys, but I don't. Emily from South Africa. Hi, Emily. I have booked an appointment with a therapist in 2 weeks. My eyes are very sensitive to light, so I have to wear sunglasses when I go out. How long would my eyes still be sensitive to light if it was from hypervigilance? You have 8 weeks left. Well, 8.5 weeks left. Okay? All right, Emily, good luck. Just kidding. You guys are going, what? How the hell does he know that? I don't know, Emily. I don't know. How would I know? Would you believe me if I gave you a time? If you do the work and you relax your brain so it feels safe, meaning that Emily can take care of Emily and Emily makes sure that nobody hurts Emily and Emily doesn't get herself involved in relationships with toxic people that hurt her and neglect her. And then your brain will calm down and not be so hypervigilant, so sensitive to light, smells, sounds, taste, touch. Okay? I don't know when that will take. It took me years. I'll be honest. It took me years. But I'm not doing what you are doing now. I didn't do that right away. Okay? It took me years to even go get the help I needed. Okay? You'll get better, Emily. You're young. The beautiful thing about you, Emily, is you're so young. And young people just change. They don't mind. They aren't set in their ways like us old dogs. Okay. Salema from France. Hi, Salema. Hope I'm saying that right. I won't go back to the narcissist relationship despite the Hoover. When I think of him, I feel disgusted. Where's your question? Here we go. I feel so curious and sad about that person I used to be. I don't want to be that person again. Thanks for all your advice. It's been so helpful. What more can I do to heal fully? Well, I don't know. You know, I read your stuff, and I don't know where you are in your journey of recovery and healing. So I don't know what you've done. I don't know what you need to do. I don't know you. We're all different. And I don't carbon copy all my clients. I don't say, oh, where are you? Okay, you need to do this and this. Everybody's different. There's some things that I have 90% of my clients do, but there's 10% I don't need to, or not there yet. Okay? I don't know, Salema. You know, professional help is always number one. Talk therapy, number one. And if you hire a professional, they'll tell you what's the next step. Okay? But we need to feel better. We need to recover and heal from our traumas so they don't hurt anymore, so we can talk about them. They're not emotional anymore, so we totally understand them and forgive ourselves. Then we need to learn what a new, beautiful relationship looks like. Loving, growing, healthy, functional relationship is what it looks like. We start small with friends and build our way up. Okay? Lots of things that need to be done. There's always something more we can do. This journey never ends. Sorry, guys. Never ends. And it can never begin. That's up to you. Okay? Sorry I couldn't help you more. I don't know you. Rory from Ohio, from the land of deep freeze. Rory, no matter how bad you have it, think about people in Canada. Did I just minimize your suffering? Have you noticed when the narc is sick with the same thing you had, their sickness is so much worse? Yes. I can't even imagine how they would act as far as COVID and the pandemic. Any thoughts? Well, yeah, the reason their sickness is so much worse is because they don't have empathy. That's why they don't regret. They don't know how you feel. Rory, he doesn't understand. He never understood. He was sick, he was in pain, and never understood that you were too. Just never understood it. You know, how many times, Rory, you have children, how many times when your children were 5 years old, they were concerned about you being sick when they were sick? 0. Okay? And that includes you when you were 5. Okay, I can't get on to the next. There it is. Angelina from Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada. Sounds cold. Hi, David. I know going no contact is the best thing to do. But how does one do this when having children together and having to co-parent? My ex 15 years. How do I go no contact but still be a good co-parent? Thank you very much. I've made so many videos about this. I'm deeply sorry for where you're at, Angela. Awful, awful. Yeah, I've recently made videos about this. So all you have to do is go down my playlist, just scroll down my videos or go in my content videos. But the best thing to do is just go where it says videos, right? And today's video is the last one. And then the one I made just a couple days ago is that one, and that one, it goes down just about a month, something like that. So just several videos down, and I have a video exactly about this, and you can watch it, okay? There is no co-parenting because he's not an adult. He's like a freaking child. So you're parallel parenting. You however many kids you have, add one more. He's a kid too. And we don't talk about anything else but the children. The best way to do that is go through your lawyer and have an agreement, and then you get the parent app. There's apps so that you guys can communicate through the apps, only through the app, and only about the children. So you never answer any question unless it's about the child. You take your time. Maybe there's only one day a week you want to do that. We get a lawyer. Get a lawyer. Really important. Up in Canada. Get a lawyer that's on your side, that's supportive. Heal. Go to therapy. Get your children in therapy. If this guy's a total loser and not a man at all, get a male therapist so your children start having some of that, good male role model kind of sense to them, right? What is a real man? Really important. Child therapy, you're in therapy, mom's in therapy. Mom has a good lawyer that deals with all of this and talks to him, and you never talk to him at all, ever once. Nope. And all communication is through email or the parent app, and you only talk about the children, that's it. And any question he asks you other than that, you just don't answer. Real simple. And you get to choose when you look at that app. If he still keeps bothering you on your phone, you can try criminal. Harassment is illegal in every country. It's illegal. He's not allowed to harass you over and over again, even in soft Canada. Still not allowed to. So there's, you can get a lawyer for that. You can get a lawyer to write him a letter, a threat letter, a cease and desist letter, all these things. Go the legal route, but get help and get support. Get a therapist, get a life coach, get a lawyer, all on your side. Get a child therapist for your children, okay? I'm really sorry, but I promise you, this isn't just, because the most common mentality parents have with this is, oh God, I'm in hell for 18 years, or until my children are 18. That's not true. It doesn't have to be that bad. It gets better, it gets easier. Once mom is healed from this relationship, it won't be as stressful, I promise, okay? Get the children to therapy. They desperately need it. Desperately. Children of divorce need therapy. Children of trauma and neglect and all this stuff need therapy. Period. Mike from the United States. Hi, Mike. What separates someone who is insecure and fears rejection or abandonment and a person with a cluster B personality? There's people that are insecure and have fear of rejection and abandonment that don't have a personality disorder. So you're asking me what separates that? Is the very, very distinct criteria of a personality disorder is what separates that, Mike. Okay, so let's say borderline, right? Borderlines are very insecure, totally have fear of rejection and abandonment, but they also have suicidal ideation. They also have massive emotional instability. They also idealize and devalue everyone in their relationships. Do you see where I'm getting at, Mike? So if she does these things, then she's borderline. If she doesn't, then she's just insecure and fears rejection and abandonment. I don't know how else to answer that. I hope that helped, Mike. Let me know, okay? Keep asking if there's another way I can help you more. And Pope from the Vatican. Just kidding. Pope. Talk therapy can come from someone you trust and has been there and listens. It's called a friend. And I love it. I love it. We need friends. Friends are very supportive. But Pope, this stuff here, cptsd, narcissistic trauma, friends can't heal you. Friends can't do it for you. Friends can be supportive. They can listen. You can bounce things off their chest. They can say, I'm sorry. They can drive you to the therapist. But they're not going to cure you, Pope. They're not going to cure you. And when you try to have a friend or family or someone in your life treat you for this stuff, causes an immense amount of stress. And that's why when you say, people don't understand what I went through, when I try to tell them, they're like, oh, get away from me. Because they can't help you. They don't know what to do. And the best analogy I have is someone you deeply love and care about. You're out all alone in the middle of the desert, and now they're on fire. What are you going to do? There's no water. You can't drop and roll on the sand. What are you going to do? And that's what it's like when a friend tries to describe their trauma to you and you don't know what to do for them. But I'm sorry, I don't understand. And they get this look like this. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's stressful for them. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to you. So talk therapy can come from a friend. No, it can't. Matter of fact, I'll even go even further. A therapist can't help their friends. Trust me on that. And they shouldn't and not allowed to. Okay? For good reason. We can't. We're emotionally attached. We can't help them like that. Like I said, I'm sorry. Listen, bounce things off me. What you should do. Drive it to the therapist. Pay for it. I don't know. But talk therapy cannot be replaced with a friend. I'm sorry, Pope. And you have all the best intentions. I love you, Pope. You're a great person, I think, so far, what I see, and I understand this comes from the best place ever. And I wouldn't doubt it, Pope, if you were the friend to everybody on here and listen to them and try and help them. I could see that, but it doesn't work. Okay? It doesn't work. Not only do your friends not know how, but it's extremely stressful and it can be extremely more damaging. Okay? We can't rely on our friends and family to help us with this stuff. This is the worst stuff in the world. This is the worst trauma in the world. It's worse than going to war and seeing your buddy's head blown off. It's worse than your family being burnt down in a house. It's worse. It's more psychologically damaging. And a friend can listen, but they can't help you. Thank you, Pope. Let me know what you think, okay? I'm not trying to challenge you, but everything I do on this is to get people, to encourage them to get the help they need and not rely on their toxic, codependent friend. They can't help them. Okay? All right, enough of that. Thanks, Pope. Mandy, should I block him? He's texting me so much every day. It becomes annoying. Why wouldn't you, Mandy? Why not? What I actually wrote was, my response is, do you believe your life is worthy of better? Do you believe your future is more important than this? That's it, Mandy. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know what you did. Jennifer, David, could you please say a few words on how to protect ourselves from toxic people online? My experience is face-to-face only. Is there any difference online? So the number one, stay off. Number one, get rid of Facebook, get rid of all these things, YouTube, don't comment, stuff like that. And they won't bother you. It's that simple. So as you interact, they might bother you. They might reply to you and stuff like this. So anything negative, anything bad, don't defend yourself. Don't engage. Period. Don't engage. Oh, God, your comment's so stupid, Jennifer. So you block them. Boom, block. That's it. Erase your comment. Everything's gone. It's that simple, Jennifer. It's when we start defending ourselves and our stuff, and that's why we get bullied, okay? I don't know what else to say besides that, Jennifer. Number one, stay off. Number two, somebody says something mean or not nice or negative or all this, don't reply. Don't engage. Block them. You can, on everything, single media, you can block them. On YouTube, someone replies to your comment, anybody, you can just go to their page, go to About, you'll see a flag, hit the flag, block. Let me say that again. Go to someone's page. So if you see someone's comment, right, here's their comment and they have their photo, the little thumbnail, hit on their thumbnail, it goes right to their page. On their page, you have headlines, home, video, playlists, community on mine, because I make videos, and then About. Last section, About. Go to the About. When you're on the About page, you'll see a flag up here, right around here. Hit the flag. You can report the user if you want, but that doesn't do any good because YouTube loves it. Loves toxic, nasty, disgusting people on there. YouTube loves it. And then go down to the next one, and it says block, and you block, and they cannot reply to you anymore. Just like that. And any negative comment I see on my pages, I block them immediately. David, you're this. This person's that. Blah, 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 blah. And the whole world's a shitty, bad place. Out of here. Out of here. I don't have time for that. I don't care. Gone. And you guys can always tell me there's someone negative somewhere on if I don't see it, I'll block them. It's real simple. And if you're not up to the challenge, you're not worthy enough, I mean, you don't want to deal with it right now, just stay off. But on my channel, it's pretty safe. Okay? I block all that disgusting negative crap right away. Thank you, Jennifer. Good luck. And Lori says, my favorite therapist, good man. Thank you, Lori, very much. The reason I'm reading this is because I have to make everyone understand and really know I'm just a life coach. I'm not a therapist, okay? I just don't want to misrepresent myself. But thank you very much, Lori. And that's the end of the questions. Thank you, all of you, very, very much. I hope these helped. Let me know. Tell me. Give me feedback. Let's have some dialogue. A lot of these questions I may have misunderstood, maybe left out, maybe forgot. Maybe you don't understand my questions, so keep asking me, okay? Thank you, all of you. Love yourself first. I'll see you next week. Bye.